have to make it a little bit less. We don't want other kathas going on here also. Sound, tone it down karo. Awaz kam karo. Hare Krishna.
बच्चे पार्टी धीरे धीरे अभी बहुत हो गया शॉर्ट 5 मिनट अभी कुछ नहीं
Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chaksurunditam Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayan Dati Swavanandiyam Haradana Srirandanthaya Vidam Yache Puna Puna Srimad Rupa Padambujo Gilisyam Janma Janmani Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Panchakalpatrubhyascha Kripa Sindhuvescha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. So everybody can hear upstairs here? This side you're hearing? Okay. One thing I forgot to mention, when we were at Chintaharan Ghat, is that everybody took darshan of Chinteshwar Mahadev. I don't know if you noticed, it's not one ling, it's 1,111 lings. If you look closely, you'll see all around the lings, little tiny lings are there. 1,111 lings. This was Chinteshwar Mahadev. And I hope you notice on all our trips, everywhere we go, Krishna is very happy that you came here in Braja and Kartik. So he's put all these white welcome flags, Swagat Janda everywhere. You saw? This little white, sometimes in the morning, a little pinkish. Huh? So Krishna put all these nice Swagat Jandas for you. You came Braja and Kartik. Now we've come to a very, very special place. On opposite side of the main ghat is a very, very special ghat, especially for us. There's one of my older godbrothers who was here before I was in Vrindavan and during Prabhupada's time. Prabhupada brought the devotees here on Prikrama. And he came to this place on that opposite of the main ghat. He went down, he touched the water of Jamuna. It was late November. They did a big program, Pandal program in Delhi. Then Prabhupada brought all the devotees for the first time to Vrindavan. And he touched the water. He says, "It is too cold for old man like me." He said, "But you all go in." So all the devotees jumped in the water. And everybody's seen your Ever Well-Wisher video, huh? So there you see Prabhupada sitting on the ghat over there with his dear friend Adi Keshav Das, OBL Kapoor. And he's talking with him, and you can tell by the face and the hands that why not? And my godbrother told me Prabhupada was out of his sannyas lungi into his gamsha, like that, in one split second. And then you see in the video, my late godbrother, Dakshay Vishnu Maharaj, he takes Prabhupada by the hand and leads him down the steps. And then Prabhupada goes into the water, and then Bharati style, he grabs his nose and plunk. You remember seeing that in the video? Then Prabhupada's rubbing his arms like this. So that ghat on the other side is very special ghat for us. Prabhupada saw the devotees were having so much fun taking bath, and he also previously said it was too cold for old man like me, but you all go in. Then Prabhupada went in, and all the devotees were pouring water on Prabhupada and chanting, Brahma Samhita prayers. So this place is known as Brahmand Ghat. So most of us, we all know Brahmand means universe. So one time, all Balaram and all the cover boys, they went to Mother Yashoda and they said, Lala's eating clay. So Mother Yashoda came there and she said, Lala, you're eating clay? And Lala said, Maine hi miti khayo. We can take it, Maine hi miti khayo. I definitely ate clay. Or we can take it, Maine hi miti. I didn't eat any clay. Krishna is very tricky. Then Mother Yashoda said, why Baldao and all your friends are complaining? Well, Baldao's team lost today in the play, so they're saying all these things, Muji Fasana Kelly, to get me in trouble. Acha, is it Lala? Then let me see inside your mouth. And Krishna opened his mouth, and Mother Yashoda looked in, and that same video, you can see Prabhupada's there with Shyam Sundar and some older devotees, and Prabhupada's eyes go very big. You saw that in the video, huh? But she saw the whole universe inside Lala's mouth. And she became filled with so many philosophical thoughts and so many worries. And Krishna, he doesn't like, because Yashoda and Nanda and all the Vrishvasi, they never think that Krishna is Bhagavan. They always say he got saved by the mercy of Bhagavan. So Krishna doesn't like it that they think in this high philosophical mood. So Mother Yashoda walked down the Jamuna to that Chintaharan Ghat, and all those lofty, lofty thoughts and worries were washed from her heart. So this place became known as Brahmand Ghat. And you saw on the altar, there was Brahmand Bihari. Very small little cute deity of Brahmand Bihari. And if you looked closely at the Singhasan, you saw all the cowherd boys are pointing at Krishna. All the paintings on the Singhasan, the cowherd boys pointing at Lala's eating clay. Actually, Lala was saying, he was thinking actually, because before he was always in the house, and then he came outside and he was walking on the earth and feeling how nice and soft. Just like we went yesterday, a couple of us, to a place not far from Badrinath. Whole temple room was Braj Raj. Nice soft dust of Braj, whole temple room flower. Very sweet place we saw. So he was thinking how can he reciprocate? So he took a little mud to reciprocate with the earth. And if you circumambulate the temple, behind you'll see so many nice fat cows. Somehow here in Gokul, we see less buffaloes and lots of cows. And this is my dear friend Sudamadas. He just broke his leg somehow a few days ago. He's already crippled, but now his leg is also broken on top of it. And he takes care of all those cows. So it's Kartik, and we're in the Holy Dham. If you want to give a nice donation, this is a nice place to give that donation. You can see our. You want to stand up, Sudamaji? Kali ho ja. I said, "Ye hamara mitra Sudamadas." We meet him in Kumbh Mela also. So many wonderful pastimes happened here in this Gokul. Oh, it's a good idea. We know one time Krishna Balaram, they caught all of the tails of the calves, and the calves started running and dragging Krishna through all the dust and cow dung. And all the gopis were laughing to see the fun. So all these wonderful pastimes happened here. And there's one very special pastime. Happened not just around this, we're in Gokul, happened in Gokul. Because comes when he tried to kill that daughter that Vasudeva had brought back from Gokul, she flew in the sky and said, "Kans, you fool! The child that will kill you is already born somewhere else under the earth." So he got some suspicion that he was in Gokul. So he went to Putana. She was a witch, Prabhupada says, Kechari, who flies on the branch of a tree, and they like to drink the blood of little children. In fact, on Braj Prikrama, on the other side of the highway, we passed one village called Kechari. That's Putana's village. And in Kadamkandi, one very beautiful place called Kadamkandi, there's one Shila there, and it's in a special shape. So the Brishbazi say that's Putana's stan, that's Putana's breast. You can see that in Kadamkandi. Anyway, so Putana was very powerful. She could change her form. So she turned herself into a very, very beautiful woman. And she was twirling a lotus flower. And she crossed over the Jamuna, came to this village of Gokul. And she was walking along, twirling her lotus flower. And she was so beautiful. Even the Brishbazis could not detect that she was a demon. Even they were fooled by her. So they began to speculate. Somebody said it must be Gauri, the wife of Lord Shiva, come to take darshan of Nandalala. He said, no. She's twirling a lotus flower. It must be Lakshmiji, the wife of Lord Narayan. She must have come. Like this, they were all speculating, and nobody suspected a thing. And she came to the palace of Nanda Maharaj, and Yashoda and Rohini were sitting there, and she entered into the palace without even knocking on the door, and she went over to the crib where Lala was lying, and she picked up Lala. And Yashoda and Rohini didn't say a thing. Now this is most astonishing. Because Mother Yashoda is so protective. Even her best friends can't get darshan so easily. Oh, he just woke up, I have to give him a bath, you come later. I just gave him a bath, I have to feed him milk, you come later. I just fed him, we have to give him a bath, you come later. Even her best friends can't take darshan so easily. Now a strange woman walks right into the house, not even knocking on the door. She walks straight over, picks up Krishna from the crib, and Yashoda and Rohini don't do a thing. Our acharyas have explained it can only mean that Krishna expanded his Yogamaya potency. Otherwise, Mother Yashoda is so protective. And Putana, she looked at this child, and she could understand, this child may be my death. Even she knew that. Because she was such a demon, she continued with her nefarious plan. She had smeared some poison on her breast that would kill, even 10 elephants would die just from a drop of that poison. And she picked up Lala and she pushed that poison breast into his mouth. Now this is a pastime everybody gets to take part in. Huh? Because when there's poison, who do we call? Who the poison buster? Who do we call when there's poison?
Lord Shiva.
Lord Shiva. So he's also within Krishna. So Lord Shiva came and he drank all the poison. He licked off all the poison. Then Prabhupada explains, Krishna doesn't actually kill the demons. That's all done by the Mahavishnu. Krishna himself only enjoys loving pastimes with his devotees. So Krishna, he's only enjoying, so he drank the milk. Then Mahavishnu, he began to suck out the life. And Putana began to scream, "Oh child, leave me, leave me." And she ran to the door and it looked like she flew into the sky. Actually, Krishna knew when she goes into her original form. I think Krishna book says 8 kilometers long or something, 8 miles, 8 kilometers, something like that. She's going to smash everything. So Krishna threw her in the air and she came down. A big crash. When we're going to the next place, you'll see the road starts to go down and then it comes down and then it starts going back up again. If you look at it in the fields, you can see where one leg fell, that ground is down, and then between the legs the ground is up. Where the other leg fell, the ground is down, and on the other side it's up like that. You'll see this when we go to Ukal Bandha, next place. You'll notice that. The Vrishpasis told me that's where Putana fell. So she fell with such a huge crashing sound. And Mother Yashoda, she simply fainted. And all the Vrishpasis, they ran out to the fields and they saw this huge demon. Her legs were just like the banks of a river. And her big flat belly was like the summit of a mountain. And her two breasts were like the tip, what do you call it? The peaks of a mountain. And Lala was playing on her belly, her flat belly, and he was very happy. Yeah, just see what I did. Just see what I did. Because Krishna was only a few days old. But all the Vrishpasis were frightened to death and they all ran. And they made a line and somebody picked up Lala, passed him to the next, passed him to the next, passed him to the next. Finally they put him in the lap of Mother Yashoda. Mother Yashoda regained her consciousness and she said, "Hey Bhagwan, somehow or other by some pious activity, in my late life I finally got a son. By some aparad I almost lost that son, but the Almighty God has saved my son. Hey Bhagwan." Because Mother Yashoda, they don't ever think of Krishna as Bhagwan. They just love Krishna. This is pure love. They just love Krishna. Over some water?
Yeah.
So,
Nothing.
So where were we?
Almost lost.
Oh, then almost, by mercy of Bhagwan, he's been saved. And then Mother Yashoda, she took cow dung and cow urine and bathed the Supreme Personality of Godhead. These things are so pure. We're all modern. We think, oh, cow dung, cow urine. Just like all the Indian girls, they go to the West and they think, oh, those ladies in India in the village picking up cow dung, making cow patties. And what are they doing? They're walking their dog and picking up cow poop. Because America, if your dog poops, you have to pick it up. It's against the law. It's the law, you know. So they think they become very advanced. They're walking dogs and picking up cow poop. And these girls here with the cow dung, they're backwards. So with these things, so special, Mother Yashoda bathed Krishna with cow dung and cow urine. And even modern science has found so many wonderful qualities of cow dung and cow urine. So we have our Gomata products made from cow dung and cow urine. And then she took a whisk made from the tail hairs of the cow and sprinkled dust all around Lala. And then she put him in her lap and began to feed him milk. And if a child will drink milk, that means he's peaceful. He's out of any danger. And Mother Yashoda was very happy. Meanwhile, all the cowherdmen came back from Mathura from paying taxes. And they saw this huge demoness, lying in the fields. And they thought, oh my God, what is this? They came running and they heard the stories about, this whole story. They were so amazed. What happened here? So they got all kinds of logs and cow dung and chopped up Putana's body and began to burn. How many people have been to the cremation ground? Does it smell nice?
No.
Oof. If you haven't been to the cremation, sometimes you may have burned your hair or something. It smells like that. But suddenly this divine fragrance was flowing all the way up to the heavenly planets, even the demigods. Where is this heavenly fragrance coming from? And Sukadeva Goswami explains that Putana, because she offered a little milk, Krishna gave her liberation. So her body was purified. So divine fragrance was flowing everywhere. And Sukadeva Goswami goes into ecstasy. He says, Putana actually came with the desire to kill Krishna. But because she offered a little milk, Krishna liberated. She got liberation. It says all the way up to Goloka. Jiva Goswami explains in his Tika that all the way up to Goloka she got liberation. He says, like a mother. Like a mother means a nurse. His nurses like the mother. But she doesn't get, because of her offense, she doesn't get any direct service. She's got a special type of Sarupya Sakti where she gets the form like a nurse. And he said, but her real intention was to kill, but because she gave a little bit of milk to Krishna, he gave her liberation all the way up to Golok. Sukadeva Goswami says, we can't imagine how merciful this Lord is. For just a little bit of milk, she got liberation all the way to Golok. And these people who are chanting Krishna's name, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. What result will they get? We can't imagine. He goes into ecstasy just thinking, what result will they get? Day and night they're chanting Hare Krishna, running around, giving Krishna books to everybody and eating as much prasad as they could get their hands on. In fact, speaking about prasad, today we decided we wouldn't take prasad on Prikrama, but when you go back, if you go to Radhesham Ashram, just down the Prikrama Marg a little ways from our temple, you can take that. Everybody's enjoying the lunch that the Bombay devotees have been making for us. So you can all, even from our Vrindavan party, you just take your coupon with you, your bus ticket, and they'll give you prasad there when we go back to Vrindavan. So what will happen to these people who are giving everybody prasad and giving everybody books and chanting day and night the holy name? We have no idea what is our future. That reminds me of another story.
Fruit color?
Okay, we'll tell that. Okay, that's a good one. One time in Mathura, there was a very, very low caste lady. And very, very poor. And in her youth, her husband died and she had no child. No one to take care of her. So somehow or other she would go to the wholesale fruit market in Mathura, get some fruits, find some wood and tie it together, somehow get to the other side of the Jamuna. And she put all her fruits in a basket, and she'd wander from village to village on this side of the Jamuna, selling her fruits. And she was calling out, Kela, kela, banana, apple, apple, save, save, apple, apple, mango, mango. Like this, she was chanting the names of her fruits. In this way, she was passing her life. But as she wandered from village to village, she kept hearing that there's some fellow here in Gokul named Nanda Baba. And he's got this wonderful son, Nanda Lala. And he's so wonderful. He's so beautiful. And by hearing, she became very attracted. Just by hearing, she became so attracted to him. So every day she was thinking, she'd get her fruit, get to the other side of the Jamuna, wander from village to village, and she would think, where is that boy? Where is that boy? Where is that boy? She became so absorbed in thinking about Nanda Lala that she thought she was chanting the names of her fruits. She was chanting the names of Nanda Lala. She was wandering along with her basket of fruit. Govinda Damodara Madhaveti, Govinda Damodara Madhaveti, Govinda Damodara Madhaveti, Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. Somehow she never came to that particular village of Gokul. But everywhere she went, she kept hearing about Nanda Lala. And hearing about Nanda Lala, she became so attached. She thought she was chanting the names of her fruits. She was chanting Krishna's names. She became so attached, she decided, if I don't see this boy, what is the use of my life? I'm going to jump in the Jamuna and die. What is the use of this life? She became so attached. How? Just by hearing. That's why we dragged you out of your nice flat in Bombay, air-conditioned flat with nice carpet, and brought you here, sit you on the hard steps and hot sun. Everybody's got their fan going. Just so you can hear about Krishna, and you can become attracted to him too. One day she decided, if I don't see this boy, then I'm just going to give up my life. No use to go on. So she got some fruits. She found some old banana trees and lashed them together with some torn rope, got to the other side, and by Krishna's grace, she entered into the village of Gokul. And she was coming along, she thought she was calling out the names of her fruit. She was calling out the names of her Lala. Govinda Damodara Madhaveti, Govinda Damodara Madhaveti, Govinda Damodara Madhaveti, Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. So Krishna was inside the palace, and he heard someone singing his names. Prabhupada explained to us that when you chant Hare Krishna, then Radha and Krishna go, oh, someone is singing our name. He said the trick is, you have to chant with so much love that Krishna and Radha will say, oh, someone's chanting with so much love, let us go and see them. That is the trick. So now this special kirtan is going on. So Lala ran outside to see who's singing. And he saw the fruit ladies coming. And he saw that Nanda Baba didn't use money. Because I read an article, money has only been invented since the last 2,000 years. This is 5,000 years ago. Before, we used barter. We helped one another. You have something that I need, I have something you need. We helped one another. And we lived like this, helping one another, bartering back and forth like this. We all supported each other. Now we've invented money, and if I've got money, the hell with everybody else. So he saw Nanda Baba didn't use money, he would do bartering. So he went to the grain bin and grabbed a handful of grain with his tiny little hand. And he's just a little boy. He doesn't know how to hold very nicely. The grains are slipping out here and there. And he came to the door. And the fruit lady saw this little blackish boy like a monsoon cloud. And she said, this must be that boy. Govinda Damodara Madhavedi, Govinda Damodara Madhavedi. So she set down her basket of fruit and she said, Lala, what do you want? And Lala said, some fruit. He said, what do you have? And he opened up his tiny little hand. Only 4 or 5 little grains are left. Govinda Damodara Madhavedi, Govinda Damodara Madhavedi. She said, Lala, it doesn't matter. I will give you so many fruits. I will give you so many fruits. You just do one thing. You sit here in my lap, look into my eyes, and say, Maya. And Krishna, he looked up the street, he looked down the street, he looked all around. Of course, Krishna doesn't care about the caste or creed or color or nationality or anything of his devotee. But still, he's playing the part of the son of the king of Braj, Nanda Maharaj. What will people think if he see him sitting on this low-clap lady's lap? So he looked up the street, he looked down the street, he looked all around. Then he jumped into her lap, he looked into her eyes and said, Maya. Then he jumped out. And that lady, she was just seeing those 2 beautiful eyes, blackish eyes, staring with so much love into her eyes. And she would just kept hearing that sound echoing with her ear. Maya. Govinda Damodara Madhavedi, Govinda Damodara Madhavedi. And she put so much fruit into Lala's hand. She just kept piling up and piling up. He's just a little boy. He couldn't carry so much. And somehow or other, the last thing she saw, because he's a little boy, he waddles in a funny way and he's trying to balance all the fruits. So she just saw him waddling into the house trying to balance all these fruits that she gave him. Govinda Damodara Madhavedi, Govinda Damodara Madhavedi. So she picked up her basket and she wandered back down toward the Jamuna. She got to the Jamuna and she thought, my basket's so heavy. I thought I emptied it practically all. And she brought her basket down and she looked inside her basket. There was diamonds as big as a fist, rubies, pearls, gold, silver, emeralds. So much immense wealth was there. Govinda Damodara Madhavedi, Govinda Damodara Madhavedi. But she was just seeing those 2 beautiful blackish eyes, staring with so much love. That wonderful sound was ringing in her ears. Maya? And she looked at all this wealth. They said, what is the use of this wealth? She just threw that basket into the Jamuna and she wandered on the banks, chanting like a mad woman. Govinda Damodara Madhavedi, Govinda Damodara Madhavedi. She was never seen again. Govinda Damodara Madhavedi, Govinda Damodara Madhavedi. Somebody found the body and gave it to the fire. Govinda Damodara Madhavedi, Govinda Damodara Madhavedi. So maybe one day, by the mercy of our spiritual masters, by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, by the mercy of the Vaishnavas, we will also chant with so much love that Krishna and Radha will come and look into our eyes. Govinda Damodara Madhavedi, Govinda Damodara Madhavedi. So all these wonderful pastimes happen here in Gokul. And according to our Panchika, most people were celebrating yesterday. They were saying Diwali was yesterday, but our Panchika says today. And the next place we're going is where that Leela, Damodar Leela happened on Diwali day. So we're going to go to that place. So everyone, please, you give some donation to my dear friend Sudama. There's a beautiful kadamba tree here. They say if you buy a cloth and tie it in the tree, your desire will be fulfilled. So you can buy a cloth for 50 rupees, 100 rupees, 200, whatever you want, and make some spiritual thought, desire, and tie it in the tree, or at least you can circumambulate around this old ancient kadamba tree sitting here overlooking Jamuna. There's a poet named Ras Khan, and he says, if I have to take birth as a tree, then let me be a kadamba overlooking Kalindi. Kalindi kul kadamba kadaran. Let me be a bird resting on the dara. We say dal, but he says dara. Braj rasa dara. Resting on the branch of a kadamba tree overlooking Kalindi. Jai Jai Sri Radhe. Hare Krishna, Hare. So now we'll go to Ukal Bandhan.
Baba.
Coward boys are telling Krishna that he's not Nanda and Yashoda's son.
Okay.
सीताराम को बोल रहे थे कृष्ण खूब काला है इसके बारे में बताइए। More Baba.
Okay, one more pastime, then we'll go. So one time, all the cowherd boys were laughing. I can't laugh. They were just laughing and laughing, breaking their sides. And Krishna said, what's so funny? He came, what's so funny? They said, we can't tell you. Those words will make a little boy more curious than anything. I can't tell you. It's too funny. They were all laughing and laughing, bursting their sides. Finally he said, Madhu, I'll give you lots of laddus if you tell me. So Madhu's, all right, I'll tell you. So we were talking that Mother Yashoda, she's so gory, she's so golden complexion. Nanda Baba, he's also so gory. And you're so black. How could you possibly be the son of Nanda and Yashoda? He slapped. So we finally understood that actually you were the son of a woodcutter in the forest, and you were so black, he just stuck you in a Hollywood tree. Nanda Baba came and picked you up and took you home. They were just, all the cowherd boys were rolling on the ground laughing. But Nanda Lala's whole world just dropped out from under his feet. I'm not the son of Mother Yashoda or Nanda Baba. All the cowherd boys were laughing, but it was like it was in another universe somewhere. His whole world just fell apart. I'm not the son of Nanda and Yashoda. He went to his Mother Yashoda and crawled into her lap, crying and crying. Lala, what's the matter, Lala? I can't tell you. Now, there's no words that will make a mother more curious than I can't tell you. Anyway, anyhow, mothers are very expert to get the thing. She got the thing out of Lala. And she said, what? Lala, you're my son and the son of Nanda Baba. And she took Lala by the hand and they went in front of Shalagram Maharaj and said, I swear before the Lord that you're my son and the son of Nanda Baba. And Krishna thought, well, Mother Yashoda doesn't tell a lie. And not in front of Shalagram Maharaj, she's not going to tell a lie. And Lala became so happy, just began to laugh and laugh and laugh and laugh. So Mother Yashoda is confirmed. She swore in front of Shalagram Maharaj that Krishna is her son. Hare Krishna. Now we can go to Ukal Bandhan.
For the donation.
Everybody can give donation here to my friend Sudama. You go back and see those cows, so fat, nice cows. He's taking very nice care of them. This is Kartik. You're on the banks of Jamuna in this Braj, this wonderful place.